We're back for another player review. Today's video, we're going to be doing another Premier League team of the season. This one was super fun to use. It's that boy Joao Pedro from Chelsea, and it was actually an honor to use this card. It was such a breath of fresh air to use a card this good for this cheap. Just super fun to use. It really was. So let's go through, let's break it down, man. I haven't really played FIFA in a while, so the fact that we're getting these just really good cards at this price is kind of mind-blowing to me. What do you guys think of it? Do you guys like how FIFA is right now? Again, I've been out of the loop, so for me, kind of come back into it, I'm all right with it, man. I'm getting these cheap cards for fun, and I know that there's a level above it, and that's a lot different price, but for like this level, like it's insane. It really is. So let's go through and just talk about the card overall. I want to start off with some pros and cons, then we'll take a deep dive into the stats. Let's let some gameplay go in the background. So cons, as you see on the screen, I couldn't think of a con. And now it sounds like I'm just glazing, but I couldn't think of a con, man. When I look at what you get for this price, the way he played, he was just really good. I couldn't think of anything for me that stood out as like a real negative. And the only thing I would say is maybe as a cam, he doesn't have the passing as a cam, but I use him as a striker. So the only con I would say is, like, if you had him as a cam, there's probably better cams there with more passing playstyles. I think he's much better as a striker, and that's kind of the main thing, but I don't see that as a con. I just see that as like a playstyle choice. Like, I would personally play him as a striker. So starting off with pro number one, agile and fast, despite being 6'2". The biggest thing I look for in a player, right, obviously is the stats, but you have to look sometimes in between the lines. And when you have a player with like 91 pace, as you're seeing here, right, you expect him to be quite fast, but what happens is if they're quite tall, they're normally a little bit clunky. So they have speed, but it's not the same as like a short player having 91 pace. Or you'll notice a lot of the female players, because they're shorter in height, like in average, they're like those shorter type of players. When I say shorter, like 5'5", 5'6", 5'7", 5'4", like those type of players normally have insane dribbling. It's just been meta since female footballers have been added to FIFA. It's always been meta. Diani, Sophia Wilson, not even Sophia Wilson, just like Diani, who's the Pina? That's it. Pina's card was unbelievable, right? And her pace wasn't even that high, but they're dribbling. They feel so agile. So those are like the meta players. So when I saw Pedro, I didn't know if he's going to fit that kind of mold, and he doesn't fit that mold of like that agile, but for his height, he felt very agile. So this is why it's quite interesting, because if you like those type of agile players, but you also want a bit of physicality and you're just trying to find the balance, he is a perfect balance. Like Højlund for me was a little bit more clunky, a little bit more of that physical side. Pedro felt like the really good balance between physicality and agility. He felt like a really good balance. So I think if you're looking for that kind of mold, he's actually a really good player for you. That's why I thought it was interesting to do this player review, because he has that kind of play style. The next one is 5-star weak foot. Same as Højlund, who I'm reviewed earlier as well. Very similar. 5-star weak foot. He has the low-driven playstyle as well. So, again, just super unpredictable. When you go through in and around the box, he can do anything in terms of left, right. He can play on either foot. And it just makes it so hard for defenders to track, because he essentially has so much range in his locker. He has a finesse shot as well. So he just has such a good range. He doesn't have finesse shot plus. So I personally would just like rely on low drivens. You're seeing it here as well. Like every time I got into in and around the box, boom, it was a low driven, super easy to do. You just double tap the shoot button, aim into a corner, and 9 times out of 10, if you're in a good area, you're going to get the ball in the back of the net. So very consistent way of scoring with him would be the low driven. And with 5-star weak foot, it just makes it super simple. You don't have to worry about anything. You could just simply shoot. Okay. The last one was dribbling and dribbling playstyles. His dribbling playstyles, I probably would say, is the best attribute about his card. And again, it kind of comes with what I was speaking about earlier. If you're looking for that player with a bit of physicality, which he definitely has, but you want a bit more agility, you like to dribble and stuff like that, he has a lot of that, right? Because he's got technical playstyle, he's got rapid plus, which just adds to his speed. He has the first touch as well. So what happens is if you give him the ball, he's going to receive it well. He's got technical, so he can do the R1, L1 dribbling. Like, he's got a lot of the bag that dribblers you kind of want. So that's why I thought he was super good. Those were the kind of main stats. So take a deep dive into the actual card now, see stuff like that. You've seen some gameplay in the background. Most shots I scored was with the low driven, as I kind of mentioned it. So just a really fun player. So I have used him in a fairly low division because I haven't played the game for ages, but in 8 games, he got 14 goals, 8 assists for me. Like I said, just a really useful card, a really good card to use. 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot, 6'2". So like I mentioned, if you're looking at, like, let me find an example. Pina, how tall is Pina? 5'3". Okay, so when you have Penis 5'3", right, what happens is their dribbling just feels insane. It really does. Dribbling just feels insane. Then you compare that here, where you now have 6'2". It's completely different, right? But like I said, if you're looking for the balance, he's a really good example of a card that does offer that balance. Okay, let's take a deeper look into his playstyles. I wouldn't use him as a cam, just because if you look through his passing playstyles, he has incisive, which is really nice, and 5-star weak foot, which is really nice as well. It's not bad as a cam. I just think you can get better cams. I just think you can get better cams in the market. I just think he's much better as a striker. He's not bad as a cam, though. Like, I don't want to say he's bad as a cam. But if I had him, I would just use him as a striker because he was so good there. So, pace. Really good pace. Like I said, quite fast with it. You see he's got 92 pace. The biggest one for me to look out for is a rapid plus. That's going to make him go really, really fast. And if you actually combine that, look at his strength. He has 82 base strength as well. So, as well as press proven. So, he's actually able to, like, shield people off. And because he's quite tall in general as well, it adds to his physicality. Like I said, it kind of helps him a lot, right? So, those are really nice things to have. He's also, if you look at his heading accuracy, 96 heading accuracy with 95 jumping as well. So, he can be a threat in the air. So like I said, if you're looking for like a soul striker, like a 4-3-3, he could be perfect for you in that mode because he could do a bit of everything. I feel like he's a really good asset as that soul striker. I use him in a 2, but he could also do the thing in a 1, right? Look at his shooting. Really, really solid. 95 shot power, 94 finishing. If we take a look at his finishing playstyles as well, for me, I always look at Finesse Shot Plus is my favorite one if they have. The next favorite one is Low Driven. Some players have both, and it's incredible. So I'll give his shooting like a 9 out of 10 because I look for both. He does have the base play style with that, and with a 5-star weak foot, you do get away with just using finesses as well. It's not like, oh, he doesn't have the Finesse Shot Plus. No, you still get away with it. But yeah, obviously the Low Driven Plus is just going to make it nice and smooth. So I did use that quite a lot. So if you're going to use this card, what I recommend doing is shielding the ball, shifting him to one side, low driven far post. It works a lot. Okay, passing wise, like I said, he's really good with the double tap Y. So because he is incisive, what I would recommend doing is the double tap triangle, double tap Y, those through balls, because that's his favorite pass because of his passing playstyle. It's going to be quite consistent. Okay, his ball control, again, this is where he's really nice on the ball because he's got technical for his dribbling, he moves fast with rapid, and his first touch is good. Sophia Wilson is a card I used to use. She's really, really good because she has first touch plus. And what happens with first touch plus is you could ping the ball and she could just control it and turn. So that's something that could have been better on this card as a first touch plus, but first touch is still good enough. And press proven as well. You could definitely kind of shield the ball, use his strength, and go from there. Overall, really fun card. He's also in a great league, the Premier League. He's Brazilian as well, so you can make so many good links with this team and with this player specifically, and definitely go from there. So yeah, really, really fun card. I personally really enjoyed him. If I was making like a cheaper Premier League team or a hybrid, he would definitely get in there for me. Like, absolutely, just a great card. Hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll catch you guys for another one tonight. Peace.